Welcome back. I'm Tyler, the founder of the Easy Life Journey. In today's episode, I want to share with you about minimalistic lifestyle. If you're up for a challenge, then have we got a huge one for you. A minimalist lifestyle can be quite impossible for you if money, cars, fame, luxury, and all the pleasures of life are difficult to surrender to. We live in a world filled with misery and joy at the same time. How is it that a man with nothing can be the most joyful one, while a man with everything can be the most miserable one? Could it be that things actually don't give us a real sense of happiness? Could it be that life itself is the real joy? All things must come to pass. However, our soul is eternal and the memories that we treasure to our heart. We are attached to this world because what we see becomes our want, what we hear becomes our thought, and what we feel becomes our reality. I've made a list of the 21 most useful ways to live a minimalist lifestyle. Discover yourself and the beauty life has to offer. Materialistic things come and go and can only bring so much sentimental values. Earth, people, and you are a billion times more valuable than all the treasures in this world. Number 1, save money. The average person will spend pretty much all their income within the year. It's not bad to want things if you work for it. However, it becomes a problem if you're just slaving so you can have the newest phone or fastest car. It adds up 5 years or even 20 years from now. Do you realize how much you can save? $1 million, it's possible or even more. Try this. Buy only what you need, you'll be surprised to see how much junk adds up over time. Number 2, more free time. If you want things, that means you have to work for it, unless you're the world's greatest thief. We all know that the average person works about 40 hours a week. However, that is purely your choice. With minimalist living, one doesn't have to stress over useless things, like being stuck in traffic, waiting in line for the latest products, checking when our favorite TV shows or movies playing, and the likes. Cleaning the house, washing the dishes and car, mowing the lawn, and the likes are non-existent. This is one of the top perks of living a minimal life. Number 3, appreciate nature. Being a minimalist pretty much forces one to enjoy their environment. Luxury, cars, mansions, and even the finest champagne becomes nothing when you have everything you need. Dangers. Our planet took a billion plus years more to form what we call the greatest planet in the universe, Earth. Yes, a seldom few really take the time to appreciate its eternal beauty. What once made a man yearn for another tomorrow now has become a thing that most take for granted. Once you learn to appreciate nature itself, things you will come to know what real joy is. Number 4, worry less if any. What could possibly be running through that mind of yours? You're living a carefree and straightforward life. Water is free, the earth becomes your bed. So the only thing that you should worry about is food. Minimalist living is kind of like that. Fewer bills, debt, if any. Even food and water isn't much of a concern if one lives as simple as they can. Minimalist people start to enjoy living instead of worrying. Things and wants bring worries and stress. The less we want, the less we worry. Number 5, work less. Working is mandatory. If humans are ever going to be a part of an advanced civilization, then we must work. When we work, we contribute to society. Some of us prefer the easy life, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Truth be told, when I became a minimalist, I've actually put in more work. Being a minimalist does have its advantages. Working less is definitely one of them. Number 6, be more organized. The only way one can become a sloppy pig is if they have stuff. Naturally, when one lives a life with as little as possible, they are bound to be organized. All my belongings fit in 2 medium-sized luggage. I'm pretty sure you have at least 100 times more stuff than I do. One doesn't even need to search for their belongings. Everything is where it ought to be, and always there. No more worrying about if it's in your car, attic, basement, or back shed, because people like us don't have those things. Studies show that being more organized can bring longevity and health. Plus, it creates a habitable and pleasant living environment. Number 7, move about easier. Want to go to Tokyo in 24 hours? A minimalist lifestyle allows one to traverse the globe in a matter of hours, where the average person is taking a few hours just to prepare and pack their belongings. You'll never forget anything because you have everything. Most of us usually end up forgetting something or creating more panic than needed. Humans are constantly on the move, work, cooking, playing, taking care of family and kids. going to school and whatnot. Doing this year after year can get a bit frustrating. If one wishes to ease up their life, then try and go about it easier. Number 8, Earth is home. We live in a world with an unknown amount of cultures, languages, foods, and faiths, yet we forget that Earth is everyone's home. Just because it has a roof and 4 corners does not make it a home. That is called a house. A home is wherever you want it to be. Why suffocate in a 1,000 square foot home when you have the world, literally? Churches, hospitals, homeless shelters, and so forth may not welcome everyone, but Earth always will. Sleep whenever and wherever, just don't become a bum. Number 9, experience life the way it's supposed to be. We're all going to die, some painfully while others peacefully, but that's what's more important, how you die or how you live. Do you prefer to sit in a 4x4 for half of your life slaving away? If so, what for? You long for the beach, forests, rivers, waterfalls, and everything the earth has to offer for free, yet you choose to sit about at home or inside a building most of your life. No wonder you're not living. No one knows when their time will stop ticking. Don't take risks, it will cost you every life. Get outside and enjoy nature before it's gone, for good. Discover yourself. If you don't know who you are, then why are you even alive? You are with yourself 24/7. Can you not sacrifice even 10 minutes a day to improve or get to know yourself? Life is hectic. We live in the busiest times, yet we never have time for what matters the most in this world, ourselves. If you give your time and resource to others, then you'll never have any for yourself. And minimalist lifestyles allow one to discover not only themselves, but their purpose and desires. One has even more time or all the time to work on themselves. Isn't this the true meaning of life? Nothing in this life is more valuable than a man who knows truly himself. Number 11, be healthier. Research proves that minimalism increases health and overall well-being. I mean, we become a minimalist not just to get rid of our materialistic things, but everything as a whole. It's not like we can carry a whole shopping basket on our backs. We eat only when we have to and buy foods only when we have to. Sometimes we are forced to eat unhealthy things, but it isn't like we can add more salt, oil, or sugar whenever we feel like it. Our diet is usually non-perishable foods or foods that must be eaten within days. Fruit snacks, granola bars, bread, and the likes are much healthier than a box of donuts or Big Mac, don't you think? Plus, as a minimalist, we aren't buying the most expensive items on the menu, nor grabbing a 2-liter soda off the shelf. We are often forced to walk everywhere. It sure gets tiring, but it can keep driving everywhere. Over the years, this can add up. Haven't you heard that the new sitting is the new smoking?